So you're about to see a face-off between cops and really angry alligators. So you can see that the alligator is really pissed off, and his animal instinct is like on top, and he's not falling for any sort of like deception or anything covering his eyes, face, and he has his like mouth open, ready to attack, ready to put his teeth in the flesh of cops' hands or anything they could find. So they're trying to control him. They're trying to control him in the best possible way that does not hurt the alligator as well, and neither the person who's trying to uh, in in front of him. So they're trying to use some sort of stick to not piss him off anymore. So I think the best way would be to call some sort of an animal expert or an alligator expert, because they know how to calm the alligator and uh, do some sort of tricks. Like putting hand on the top of uh, on the nose side, and then slowly put the hand on the bottom of the mouth. That would make him uh, feel that he is safe, and they'll be able to control him and put a tape on his beak. So still they're trying to put some sort of clothing on top, and they're able to put it on top of him, but he's not like calming down. My god, this police officer could get hurt because he was not in the right position or angle. If that cloth was off, he must have chewed his hand off. So they need to be very, very cautious. It's not about the strength, like who is more revved, who has more strength. It's all about the technique. So what they need duct tape. So they could jump on top of him and make him see the upper hand, and then slowly put another hand on the bottom of the hand and put a duct tape or something. So at least they're trying to see what can be done to fix this problem, because once that clothing is off, he'd be able to see again, and that's when the problem will begin. So they're trying to think what could be the best way possible. And I think they might have said the residents to not come out, or they might have left the premises already. So they're still trying to, see what's the condition beneath the clothing. But it could get really risky really fast if they made one wrong move, because he is on his survival instincts. So it's better that to do it calmly. Oh my god! So this is the worst way you can calm the alligator down, by touching his tail. It's not the right move. Someone needs to get on top of the alligator on his body and then do something about it. Otherwise, they won't be able to. So their instinct, the cop's instincts, are like put some sort of clothing so that he cannot see, but it's clearly not working because his head is moving a lot, and he might be able to escape easily and put his teeth in the arms, in the flesh or the leg, and the cops could get really, really injured. So I think one of the cops is like shaken, and another one is trying to calm him down, because it's not a normal situation. See, normal they are mostly trained for situations like shootouts and crime scenes and catching criminals. But this is really, really risky. You are not able to uh, understand the situation in any way or form, because you cannot think like an alligator. An alligator can only think like an alligator, but a human uh, cannot think like an animal, because they're unpredictable. So It's really important that they do it the right way or they don't do it at all and call some sort of animal control or something. Even this female cop is like stressed out what should we do, because they've not clearly not been trained for this. Because this, see, this technique that they someone just tried to do is put one stick on the bottom of his mouth to put both mouths together, and then they could put a duct tape on top of it. So this is a good technique, but it can only be done by a professional, because they might, mess it up, and it could, someone might lose a hand, an arm. So the alligator, you can see that he is clearly getting even angrier moment after moment as the time passes by. So they're trying to see if there's any way, because I think they have understood what needs to be done, like I was saying before. So they're just trying to see who could do it in a better way. Because see, if he tries to touch his tail, he would get angry again. Oh my god. So he's just dragging him out. So it's also a good technique to drag him out and get him out of residential area. So initially, what happened when someone tried to touch his tail, he was super aggressive, but he's now calmed down. But I think it's mainly because he's getting tired also. He was getting angry, but now he's tired because of all the movement he's been doing lately. And you can see, oh my god, see, like I told you, touching a tail really pisses the alligator, but he was just calm because he was a little tired. And once he regained his strength, he tried to, attack the holder of the tail. So they're trying again to put a clothing on top of the alligator's head so he's not able to see, and then try to uh, catch him and get on top of him. So if someone can get on top of him, see, you could really mess it up if you don't do it right. See, he's not letting anyone get near it. He's not letting anyone near it. All the officers are trying their best to distract him so another one could get on top of him. But no matter how many blankets they are putting, he's just trying to, see. At this point, when someone has his head covered up, they should go on top of his body. See, if you pull them up, then again the same thing would happen that's been happening. Someone expert should needs to, or you can use some sort of a tranquilizer to put him to sleep or something, because it's clearly not working. So they need to come up with a better plan, a better strategy that could save time and to not hurt someone. So yeah, so far they're trying their best, and you can clearly see that none of the techniques are working lately. But I think I have high hopes for them, because they have understood that they can only try to control the alligator once his head is unable to see. So clearly they're trying to wrap his head around, like, yeah, but his head is too strong. So this idea is not working, so someone needs to tell them, see, this is the technique that I was talking about. This is the technique that could work. This is the technique that could work, because he's also stressed out. Oh my god, that is a lovely technique. That's exactly what I was talking about initially, because that's what I've seen people do in the animal documentary. This is the most perfect way to do it, and I don't know why wasn't it done uh, back in few hours. But this is the best technique that you could control an alligator. So I think they have it under control. They're trying to put tape around his nose or mouth, whatever it's called. But that's clearly the best technique that they have done. So it was a big gator. It was a big gator. No offense, it was a big gator. It was really deadly. Yes, this is a duct tape, and now they have him in control. So now that they are done with all the catching, let's see what how they try to get rid of him. So I think the best way would be to just transport him. Oh my god. So you can see that animal instinct is still on point. He's trying his best to just get rid of the capturers. So he's just doing his best to survive. But they covered his eyes. Yeah, it's better to just cover his eyes as well. The lesser they see, yeah, and also to tie his hands and the things, because you have to be safe, because once they have even a tiny bit of opportunity, they will take it. It's all about taking the the shot. So it's just survival instinct basically. So it's better to take him to a pond or lake or any place and just uh, put him there, or they could hand it over to animal facility. They can take care of him. It's really dangerous nowadays to have the alligators roaming around in the city or near residential areas. So the cops look happy, and they are about to dispose him. Oh, sorry, they are about to take him to the waters. Yes, but they have to be very careful, because if they let go of the mouth, he will try to attack. And oh my god, see, that is the problem. That is the problem. But they managed to get him near the water. So you see that he is a bit hesitant. His tail is already in the water and he's trying to leave, but he's a little concerned whether the cops are trying to hurt him or just making peace with it. So they're letting go into the water and he's slowly drifting away. Yeah, it's better just go on his own way.